This is so funny. I found this document, What Isn't Punk, in with some of my stuff yesterday when I was rummaging through old boxes for my Social Security card. I also found the John Malkovich mask that we used in the RSS TV yesterday. But this used to belong to a girl I knew, and on one side there's Betty Boop, and on the other side, What Isn't Punk. It's laminated with packaging tape. And somehow I inherited this, and it's pretty funny. Let me read you What Isn't Punk. Warning, what you are about to read may offend you. If it does, then you are meant to be offended. Good. If you are not offended, then just read it and have a laugh. It is not easy to define what is punk, since it envelopes so much. For this reason, our main focus will be on what isn't punk. First off, there are exceptions, but not many. Secondly, this is not meant to delineate hardline rules of punkness because punk has no hardline rules. It is anarchistic by nature. There is not punk Bible or guidebook. Maybe they were meant to write, there is no punk Bible. What isn't punk? You probably are not punk. Just because you wear a spiked collar, wallet, chain, or suspenders doesn't make you a punk. Punk beliefs and following through with them make you a punk. The people who call themselves freaks are not punks. They are empty, meaningless fashion statements, shallow without depth or beliefs. Picking on weird kids in school, fags, outcasts, misfits, etc. is not punk because those kids are probably the real punks. Punk is the truth and the truth is ugly. Straight edge can be punk as long as you don't force it on others. Dress. There's just some rules for how you have to dress. Shopping at Hot Topic is not punk. Hot Topic is a store for trendy rich kids who think they are punk. Punk is a pro-working class movement, which means we hate the rich. Most real punks cannot afford to shop at Hot Topic. Being punk because it was the latest trend is not punk. Dressing like all your other punk friends is not punk. Dressing weird on purpose just to get attention is not punk. Punks dress weird because they are expressing their true self and beliefs. Whether you dress weird or not is unimportant. It does not establish you as a punk. If you are not a real punk and not into S&M or bondage, then take off the spiked collar, wristband, and belt. Fashion is not punk. Anti-fashion is punk. Therefore, wearing dog collars because it is fashionable is not punk. True punks do not try to look pretty. They try to look ugly so that people will be forced to judge them by who they are and not what they wear. Militant punks who believe in class war wear fatigues because they consider themselves soldiers of the revolution. Why do you wear them? Piercings do not necessarily mean that you are a punk. It is true that punks inadvertently popularize piercing, but if you are doing it to fit in, be cool or different, then you are not punk. It is only punk when it is self-expression or guerrilla fashion, which is, they define, fashion used as a psychological weapon against society. Music. Weezer, Rancid, Green Day, Offspring, Goldfinger, Marilyn Manson, Korn, and the Deftones are not punk bands. They're not even alternative. They're mainstream corporate rock. Any band on a corporate big label, even if their style hasn't changed, is not punk. Making money for fascist corporate record companies and MTV is never punk. Even if you like punk bands like the Muffs, NoFX, the Sex Pistols, the Misfits, etc., does not mean that you are a punk. Worshipping musicians, performers, etc. is not punk because punk is against rock stars and celebrities. And celebrates the DIY, do-it-yourself style of music. Listening to corporate rock bands that recycle old punk ideas and call it their own is not punk. For example, Rage Against the Machine have lyrics that are not new or revolutionary in any way. They are typical punk lyrics. However, Rage is not punk because they are capitalizing off them while punks live them. They are hypocrites and should back up their words with actions. They sing out against corporations and capitalism, yet are on a corporate label and are laughing all the way to the bank. This obviously was written when Rage Against the Machine was really big. Marilyn Manson is not punk or gothic. It is a total ripoff of G.G. Allen's act. Like Rage, Marilyn Manson is packaged rebellion. Real anarchists and punks only support the underground, not corporate independent record companies and stores. Non-corporate. Sorry, that's who they support. It says Skins. Racism is not punk. If you are a racist, then you're in the wrong scene. Go become a hick instead. Nazis can never be punks. Fighting with sharps and anti-racist skinheads is not punk. I don't know. It cuts off there, so that's pretty funny, right?